What's going on? My name is Ragin. This is the Unpopular Opinion Podcast. Here with me today, I got my boy Jose, I got Miss Ebon Sledge, and I got Justin Deguzman. We got some interesting topics today. Today's episode is on love and relationships, man. First topic is, and this is for women. We got one woman here, but I guess the guys could definitely chime in as well. Give us your unpopular opinion. If you cannot afford the baby, even after child support, give that baby to the father. That is a topic I have been having a conversation amongst my friends and amongst other women I know, and the consensus I got is women is just like, no, I'm not doing it. It's my baby. What y'all feel about it? Give me Goose, since you right here and my main visual. What you feel about it?
I'm not mad at the idea. I had a really rough experience with child support. So it's almost like when you give that question, it's like I'm being biased, but let me try to take my bias out. And if the father is capable, I feel like that's a better, healthier decision than I don't know. It just feels like child support rips away the structure of a father, and it gives more power to the mother. I feel like to me that's a phenomenal idea.
Yeah. What you think about it, Ebon?
I'm all for it. I say get these kids to their daddy. I'm team give the kids to the daddy. Absolutely. It ain't gonna last long. They gonna be calling to give them back.
I don't know, man. I know plenty of fathers, and they step for their kids, and I know plenty of fathers with custody of their kids, and they ain't screaming, "Let me give them back," man. They, as far as I know, the guys who are like taking care of their kids, and I hate to say this because I don't want to be that guy, but fuck it, I'm gonna be that guy. They be saying it's not as hard as what women make it seem. Now, I don't have no kids. This is just the guys I know. They be like, I don't know what these women be. Obviously, it's hard being a parent, but it ain't as hard as they make it seem. Like, you even see, like, on social media, you'll see skits and different memes and stuff of when the kids are with the mom versus when the kids with the dad. The dads be chilling. What you feel about it, Jose?
I feel like, in my opinion, like, if the father or the mother, wherever you pick, is willing and able to like be the primary caregiver, it can actually be an option, obviously, but it shouldn't be about money, in my opinion, or anything. As long as you can take care of your child, that means more than anything. And it's even if you go through a court system, they'll tell you like it's what's best in a child's interest who the kid goes to majority of the time.
Shit.
I disagree.
No, but I'm just saying the courts tend to say that.
What you're saying is true, but the courts got that all mixed up.
They do. They do.
Statistics
100%.
even show.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like I won't say unfortunately, but statistics show, not to be sexist, kids do better in single father households than single mother households. That's just what statistics show.
No, 100%. But I'm just saying on every.
I never knew that.
Whatever. It's a crazy statistic.
Yeah.
I know somebody with 5 kids who got custody of all his kids, and the kids don't want to be with their mom. Literally.
Yeah. So what I seen like somebody live in a trap house and they won't give it, like the mother can live in a trap house. She has to be like a stone cold killer. She gotta be a murderer for her to like not be able to take care of the kids in their 100%. Eyes.
Let's not get race into it either, because race it goes. But but like it's always whatever is a child's best interest, in my opinion. Like if it's better than for the father to have the child 24/7, it should be that way. I don't think it should be all about who's financially this and that, but like whoever is best fit to take care of the child properly, it should be the prime.
I agree.
In my opinion,
I agree, and that's why I was saying, like, if the mother is having trouble financially, right, and she's not able to do her big one or whatever they want to say, even after she get child support, it's like, boom, if I'm giving you, I know dudes that give $200-$300 every 2 weeks, a week, whatever the case may be, whatever the courts deemed is necessary, and then she calling him like, look, I need like my rent. I'm about to lose my apartment if I don't get $400 for rent. You got $400? Like, damn. Like, like, listen, I understand kids is expensive. Let me get my kids. You ain't got to pay me no child support. I ain't got to pay you no child support. Get back on your feet financially. I'll take on that, and we'll be cool with that.
Yeah.
But a lot of women would be like, no.
Oh, 100%. They're like, oh, that's my baby. They can't go with their dad, and I don't want that to happen. But it's like, you gotta be realistic with yourself. And I hate when they say, if the father can't give you $400 for all your bills, you're broke and all that. I'm like, no.
Oh, that's called gaslighting.
I hate that. I hate it, but it just comes to a point like, it's all about stability, in my opinion, and emotional well-being, in my opinion. And if the kid wants to be, like, obviously a kid can't make a decision, but if the kid wants to be with his dad, let him be with his dad. You can still see the kid, but it's an emotional topic, specifically for both genders at the end of the day.
Also, too, is what I feel like what is not fair is like the system doesn't do a good job mediating. Like, nobody's saying let's like go to counseling. When for y'all to get child support or whatever the case may be, y'all need to go through therapy or counseling or even like a job corps. Like, it was just like, yo, this is how much you gonna pay. Can you pay it? Oh, you can't? Go to jail. Or you know, there's no like, let's try to help.
What system was that at?
Huh?
What system was that at?
Oh, in Philly, 100%. They don't like. I never, when I just got out, thank God, you know, after my daughter's 18 now, but I got out like probably 2020, but there was no system in place to help if somebody didn't have a job or whatever the case may be. You kind of had to figure it all out. And there's no like, you know, you don't get no lawyer, you don't get like, you got to pay for that. Like, there's no true guidance. You just going in there and at some point you just like, you're like, yo, I don't know what to do. I'm trying to figure this out. And then you hear the mother of your child on the other side saying, oh, I need him to pay for rent. And then the judge is like, no, he's not supposed to pay for that. So it's like almost like you said, manipulation, thinking that I'm supposed to just pay for everything when I'm just supposed to be focused on the child.
Would y'all say there's no guidance, or you just didn't know how to find the resources that were available?
Yeah, I was 20 years old.
So they have the same thing as there's no guidance versus being ignorant of how to look up what was available to you.
I would say probably two things.
I think it's a mixture.
What you're saying? I think it's a mixture.
I think it's a mixture.
It could be a mixture, but I'm just saying off of his statement, he was like, there wasn't this, there wasn't that. It's not that it wasn't there. You just didn't know how to go find it. But so it was there.
Hold on, but the woman can walk in, get WIC, get food stamps, get all the services. But when I walk in, hand out. There is no pamphlet to say, yo, go to this job course since you on child support. There's none of that. Go to this counseling.
With a woman with one, here's the thing though, you still have to work. Think of from someone, I have 8 babies, okay? Let me go into the food stamp office and tell them I don't work and I want food stamps. They're going to say, well, how are you paying your income? How are you paying your bills? How are you paying your rent? They want to know, even if someone is giving me money, let's say I got a sister that gives me money every month. They want to know that. They want to count that as income because they really don't want to give out those benefits. It's not like they just stand around handing them out. My GoFundMe, I had a GoFundMe from like 3 years ago. They still count that as income to this day. Most people be like, oh, that's charity. That's,
but hold on.
That's wild.
When I told them people my rent was $2,600 and I only work 2 days a week, she was like, well, how do you fund your bills? How are you paying it? Like, they want to be in your business. I don't know why people think you can just not work and get benefits.
I don't think nobody, no, for me, I'm speaking for me. I wasn't talking about, I was working. But what I'm saying is that the amount of money they were asking for didn't add up to what I was making. So now I gotta go get more than one job. There wasn't no true assistance. It was like, oh well, this is what she's telling us, and I end up paying for, I think, like summer camp. Summer camp was on there. It was like $100 and something or whatever. But I end up paying summer camp all year round. It never got adjusted. None of that stuff. Whatever she says, it stayed. There wasn't true.
Philly does that. It still brings it back to. It's one thing, I'm all for a person. If I can find a sucker, I'm going to lick it too. But I'm all for being able to take advantage of things that's out there for me. But it's also got to counteract. If you feel like the system's taking advantage of you, I get it. You say you was 20, you ain't know no better. So, but don't say it wasn't out there. You just didn't know.
I'll say this. I'm gonna wrap up this topic and get to the next one. But I'll say this. There's like a general consensus. If a woman can afford her kids, she gets assistance. If a man can't afford his kids, he go to jail. That's basically that's like a little consensus. But on to the next topic.
Hold on, real quick. I want to say something. You said something that was very manipulative. That a man doesn't go in there and say, "I'm going to take advantage of a sucker." I don't have that in me. I'm going in there as fair. I'm going there as honest. I'm not doing none of that. So I don't have it in me to say that she's a sucker.
That's you, and I know you're trying to move on quiet. Now, I promise this is my last thing. I had 6 kids with one person, y'all. So I feel you. You're gonna see why I feel the way I feel. All I asked him for was $200 a week. That's more than fair, right? We have 6 kids. One is on dialysis 3 days a week. He said no. I filed child support. They start off with $1,000. He said that's too much. He tell them people she gotta go fund me. She get this and this money. And whatnot. So he goes.
The crazy part is like back then in Jersey, they used to, when a mom went for full custody, at that time, like if the dad had a record, the mom could get full custody just because the dad had a record. Yeah. That was. I don't know if it still happens to this day.
Can I move on? It happens on both ways.
We gotta move on.
He went in there snitching on me and my money. He still got to pay me $1,300 a month that he doesn't pay.
Move on.
We gotta move on. Let's move on. Because the next time is about to be spicy.
Next topic. Nah, not this one. It's the one after this. But I guess this could be too. Are you for or against interracial relationships? Are you for or against it? Jose.
I'm for it.
What you for it? Why?
Bro, like, people should be free whoever they want to marry. If an Indian want to marry a Puerto Rican and they're happy, let them marry.
Okay.
They shouldn't be. I hate how back in the day they used to be like, especially Puerto Ricans. They'll be like, oh, if you're Puerto Rican, you gotta marry a Puerto Rican. No, the hell I don't. So,
hey, listen, Ebon, what you feel about it? Interracial marriages, you for or against it?
Against. And
why you
I hate when
against
people use love is love. You can't help who you love. You can't. Because that's why a lot of us aren't married to, can I say crackheads and alcoholics? That's why a lot of us aren't going to marry and fall in love with crackheads and alcoholics. You can't help who you love.
I done seen some get scooped off their feet.
They might not be
the homeless type.
I don't know about other races. I just don't believe in watering down my race for me.
Okay. I got a question, right? And I'm glad you said that. So my question to that is, are you more loyal to your happiness or to your culture?
What? To my culture.
You're more loyal to your culture than your own happiness.
You acting like I got to give up happiness to be with my culture. I ride for black men. Y'all get on my nerves. You see how I talk on them other apps? But I'm going to ride with y'all till the wheels fall off.
I get you. However, if your happiness and your love was that white man that was right there, then you're giving up your happiness for the culture.
Well, one, I would never be in a place where a white man gets that much access to me.
That's cat. That's cat. Come on, man. The grocery store, work.
How would he get that?
Gym.
How would he get access to me? Even if I go to the store, yes, he's in the proximity, but that does not give him access to me.
I could flirt with a girl in 10 seconds and get her to be interested.
Yeah, that's that girl. That's
I'm saying like it's possible, right? If you're around people, they sweep you off your feet is a thing. Love at first sight is a thing. Yeah. Like he might give you a little icebreaker.
I agree with that, but it's gonna be my type. I'm not gonna fall in love with someone that's not my type, because once again, back to my other example, that means a crackhead could be able to pull up to me and say some sweet nothing to me, and I'd be like, oh, he do a little crack every now and then, but I think I could love him. No.
So you're against it?
I'm against.
Yes, she said she against it.
I mean, to each his own. But for me personally, I go by this. I feel like as long as the relationship is healthy, respectful, and there's mutual commitment, I don't care if you was red, white, blue, and you from Pluto. I'll marry you. Yeah. It don't matter. It's all about happiness at the end of the day.
Goose, how you feel about it, Goose?
So I'm Italian, Venezuelan, Black, Puerto Rican. So I'm a mutt. So interracial. Yeah. I guess I'm the melting pot for this conversation. But I want to say, for me, I probably dated one Spanish woman, which, depending on who you talk to, Spanish women are Black, but to some people it's not. But all my women have been Black. So I would have to say is I agree on the idea of like diluting the culture. I believe that it should be in some shape or form where you can kind of see it when you go to certain areas where it should be a certain way. I really believe that it I don't know, you get into a whole conversation about segregation. I believe that played a big part. But I love my Black queens. I don't know if I'm reversing it. I don't know what I'm doing, but you'll never catch me snow bunnies, never.
Man, so it's crazy because I've had this conversation with my homies.
But hold on, real quick for the record. I love everybody. It's just my flavor is my Black queen.
Yeah, your flavor makes you your what you prefer. Preference.
Yeah.
My preference is Black women. Mm-hmm. Right? My preference is Black women. However, I'm kind of sort of what I was saying to Ebon. If I'm in a recurrent setting with a woman of a different culture and I'm feeling her, I'm not going to ignore butterflies. I'm not going to ignore happiness for that. Like I said, I'm not trading in my happiness for the culture. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to do it.
So I'm going to go back to what Ebon said too, is that Ebon. So I never like had like a thing for a white girl ever. You don't catch me in the settings like you said. But but the thing is, for me is I'm not going to go look for it, and nor is a white woman walking up to me and like, "What up, handsome?" Like I never seen an aggressive white woman ever.
No.
And let me say this, technically, I could, by most people's standards of why they don't date outside of race, I could date outside my race because I've already done enough for the community. I have my 8 kids, and they're all Black. So my tubes are tied. So technically, I could still date outside the community and not water down my lineage because my kids are Black. But I'm not going to.
I don't have a preference at all. But if I had to dip in snow for happiness, I'm gonna dip in snow.
Yeah, like I said, man, I work.
Y'all don't think about the cultural. You don't think about the like when y'all have conversations, the disconnect. Y'all don't think about
no. I'm gonna be honest. Right? I'm gonna be 100% honest. Before I started, growing up in Camden, all I knew was Black and Hispanic women, and even those Hispanic women, for the 95% of them came of African descent as well. So my whole life I've dated Black women. I got to high school, I went to Camden Catholic for 2 years, got around white people, other cultures, Indians, Chinese people every day, and I started like finding white women and other people attractive. Now working in the working field, I'm around different cultures. I came across one white girl who was not racist. She didn't even take advantage of the racist system. She would always revert it back to, and not even just in words, but also in action, black people need their just due. And that was more attractive because she was beautiful. That was more attractive than her looks. It's like she won't, whatever advantage white people would get, she not even taking it. She don't want it.
That's the one
she don't want it.
There's some.
That's the one
and I promise you, and it's crazy because I think she was like, she emancipated herself from her parents because they were racist. And she was like, this don't feel right. Left at like 16 years old, got a job, got her own place. Like, yeah, she was not for that at all. Like, so that's only one. Out of all the white people I've been around, there was only one girl I can honestly say. But those conversations can be very difficult if they're not in tune. Like, for instance, I always thought this. If she was an adult around 1964, she would have been front lines at the Million Man March. That's the kind of person she was. You don't see that. That's why I said my preference is black women, but I know I'm not going to find a gym like that to really get me, understand me, and be there for me.
But all right, let's just play a what if. What if you did end up marrying her? Would you be ready every day to defend that she's not racist, or to defend to your brothers and sisters, like, yo, why are you with this white girl? Are you ready? Would you be honestly ready to do that every day?
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. It would depend on her. It would depend if she would want me to defend it, but if she followed my leadership, I'm telling her from the jump, she's already smart enough to know what it's gonna look like from the outside looking in. So she's already know that type of heat gonna come, and I'm gonna tell her, like, listen, only people I would explain this to is our loved ones, and that's one time. I'm explaining it to them one time. After that, I don't want to hear about it. Everybody else, random people, you see people on social media with their opinions. If I post me and her wedding pics, fuck them. I don't care what y'all ain't got, because y'all gonna talk about my black woman if y'all don't think she cute enough, or my ex look better than her, and why you like, I don't care about none of those opinions. My loved ones, I'll explain it to you one time.
I like that.
I don't think you don't gotta explain that at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, facts.
If you trust me, who I pick as a woman, or better yet, as my girlfriend or a wife, you gonna trust who I bring around the family at the end of the day. It don't matter what color they are.
Absolutely. All right, we got to get to this last topic. So it's longer than what I put, right? So this is to the ladies. It's a statement to the ladies. If you love that man, you trust him, y'all locked in, you saying this your forever bae, let that man control you. Let that man control you. Let's get to the woman on the podcast right now. Ebon, how you feel about that? You gonna let that man control you?
What you mean by control? Because there's a difference between leading and controlling.
Lead, guide, and control is different.
Yeah.
Are you gonna let that man control you?
Because control means you're gonna come in the house and tell me to go sit in the corner somewhere and shut the fuck up.
Why it gotta be negative? That's your negative outlook on it.
Because we want to use definitional words. The difference between I will let a man lead me, I'll let a man lead me. But honestly, I don't even want to. I want to into a relationship where I ain't even got to do no thinking, for real. I just want to get up and know the light's going to be on. And don't tell me who the mortgage company is. Don't tell me who the utility company is. Just have a just-in-case folder, a little emergency folder somewhere that says, in case something happens to you, I know how to find everything. So I guess, yeah, if he's doing everything, by all means, whatever you like, I'll jump on one leg if I have to and bark. Now, look, they're going to call me and pick me, and I don't care. That's what I want for me. Whatever you like. And I know my job's here at home. But I still don't think it has to be controlling, because I don't think most level-headed men don't want someone they can control. They want to lead, but they don't want to control you.
I think when we talk about control, for the most part, right, if you're talking about a good man, if he has that quote-unquote control, for the most part, the woman is going to lead. The woman is going to run that relationship anyway, because he's going to allow her to be in her femininity, especially in a household. The only thing is, for the most part, if it's not a compromisable thing, if it's something you can't compromise on, the man's going to have the final say. Right? If it's what's to eat for dinner, he really don't care. He really don't care. Yeah, you pick something. If she can't think of nothing, bet. Like, whatever the case may be, bills or boom, we need a new car. She like, I want to get a minivan. No, I want to get a truck. I want to get a Tahoe. Right? Like, are you know what I mean? So it's like, I think a lot of people, they look at words and they go to the negative context to it, because it can be a negative context to it. It can also be a positive context to it. It all depends on how you internalize it. Jose, what you think?
I feel like I won't use the word control. I feel like leading and guiding, because like for me, the strongest relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, communication, and the sharing decision making. Like, both partners should feel heard, valued, and free to themselves, in my opinion. But like I said, like, my girlfriend's younger than me, and I guide her and lead her in certain aspects, and she's like, yo, what should I do for this? Or where should I, like a certain situation I've been through, I will help her with that certain situation. I feel like leading and guiding is different. When females hear, or males in general, can hear control, they take it like how you said it.
That's what I just said.
They take it very negatively, and control is a very, to me, like, I won't consider controlling. I don't want to control what's up?
I got a question. If that's your woman, right? You're the man in the relationship.
Yeah.
Why won't you control her?
Because the only thing I will control is certain circumstances, as in like controlling a real life situation where, let's say, me and her are there's like a fight about to break out. I could control everything in that aspect, but controlling my woman and being like, hey, I need you to do this. I need you to take the trash. I want you to do this. I want you to do. I won't. I'm against. I don't like that.
What if your control is, don't worry about nothing, I'll take care of the bills. You just cook, you just take care of the house, take care of the kids, I'll do that. That's control too.
Positive. For you, I feel like that would be positive controlling. Like,
but that's what I'm saying.
You're thinking positive note. For me, I can't use control. I don't like it. I like leadership and guidance. It's just way better. It's a better word.
It sounds better. I get it. It sounds better, but
for me, it's like a remote control. Before Justin goes, it's like a remote control. When you control, you're controlling someone. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's why for me personally, everybody thinks about it negative, because they feel like, oh, he's controlling every move I do. He's telling me what to wear, but everybody thinks control is negative. It's always a better word than control, obviously. But like you said, you're trying to say there's a positive way to say control and not negative.
All right. So how would you, matter of fact, Goose, how you feel about it? Let me get your opinion first.
For me, I'm like a fair leader. I don't know how to explain. So like, to say control is like to say that I have all the right answers for everything. Every scenario, I don't.
But what if your version of controlling is telling her, yo, I want you to check me when I'm wrong? Right? You give her, you're telling her that too. Because here's the thing, when you're in a partnership, whether you use the word control, leadership, or whatever, as the man, women who want you to lead, they'll say, all right, you got the final say in situations. She'll give you the final say, but then you'll also give her, as the person in control, the autonomy to make decisions as well. I'm not saying tell her she can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. You got to sit down, shut up, treat them like a kid or whatever. No, that's not the case. But great leaders have control. Because if you don't have control over situations, you can't lead nothing. You can't lead nothing.
Hold on now, but you're saying certain situations. You're not saying all situations. Like a true leader is going to to everybody in the room and find out their strengths, gonna find out their weaknesses, gonna find out when to be stern, when to use proper words. That to me is me, and I think the word is probably just tripping us up and control. But it's just a word. But I would say yes, there is times control is needed in the room. Yes,
absolutely. Because here's the thing, Jose, what I was going to say before I went over to Goose was if you're in that situation where a fight about to break out, as a leader, your logical sense is saying, babe, we got to get up out of here. They wilding, we got to. Now, if you don't have control over her, you could be a leader and say, all right, let's go. And she could be like, but why? No, like.
It could be both. It could be both. What I was about to say, it could be vice versa. If a woman wants to, she'll be like, hey, like, let's go, like that fight about to break out. I don't want you to get hurt. A woman can control the situation too, and not just a man.
Possibly.
Like, I feel like it can go both ways, in my opinion. I don't think it's just man can control you. I feel like women can control a situation also.
I think the part we're missing is that in the beginning I said, if you love them, if you trust them, and if y'all locked in forever.
Yeah.
Because a man that you trust, you're trusting he's not going to lead you or control you in the wrong way, in a negative way. You're trusting that he got your back. Always compare love and trust, that combination, to a metaphorical thing, right? Take your heart out your chest, put it in that person's hand, and tell them to go about their day. They won't let nothing happen to your heart. And when they get home that night after work, they're going to put it back in your chest and you good.
Yeah. So what if the man is let's say there's a fight about to break out, the man is a hothead. Do you think a man can still take control of the situation?
Why does she even trust him to be with him? She knew he was a hothead. But I'm just saying. Then she...
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can y'all hear Ragin?
No,
Ragin, you muted yourself, bro.
I thought it was. I said, "Look at God." Didn't want me to hear what he was saying.
Hold on, I think Ragin muted himself. Nah, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Nah, we can hear you. We can hear. We didn't hear nothing.
My mic probably died. But what I was saying was, she need to lead that man, basically, because if it can't be two emotional people in a relationship, that's part of her femininity, to be emotional. That's how she's a great nurturer. As a man, you got to be logical, especially in situations like that.
All right.
So, yeah.
I had to ask that question because you know how certain females love men, and when a man gets, let's say there's disrespectful involved, a man becomes a hothead. That's why I had to ask the question, in my opinion. I just wanted to see your point of view on it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. That's what I was saying. Like, I get it. The word is triggering to people.
Very.
Ebon, if you talking, you on mute.
Oh, my bad. I remember I just saw a video and they had some like the same things. I don't know.
What's going on, man? Time ran out on that pod, but it was a great episode, great topics, great conversation. Shout out to Justin Deguzman, Ebon Sledge, and Jose. Appreciate them for coming on. So basically, I'm going to give my final unpopular opinion on that episode. What does loyalty mean to you? What does loyalty mean to you? My name is Ragin. This was the Unpopular Opinion Podcast. Please remember, I'm not wrong. I'm not right. It's just my unpopular opinion. Peace.